Well, hello friends. Welcome to the Sunday vlog. Hope you're doing well in these crazy times. I saw Maddie do a post where he said, I wish people were doing more daily vlogs. I'd like to see how people are dealing with this whole situation. And then I noticed that Casey did a vlog. I noticed that Cody did a vlog. Peter McKinnon is doing sort of vlogging, but he's doing like special entertainment fun stuff to get our minds off the current situation with the health crisis with the coronavirus. My friends Chris Ducker, Pat Flynn, and many others are doing live streaming shows every day, talking to people about how they're handling being sheltered at home and what they're doing to entertain their kids and enjoy one another's company and keep safe at the same time. So I thought I'd check in from Spokane, Washington with my own vlog and let you know how we're dealing with things here in the Pacific Northwest, at least this little corner of the Pacific Northwest. Obviously, as somebody who works with entrepreneurs and teaches people how to grow their businesses through marketing and copywriting, it's been a very interesting time as more and more people began to realize how serious this whole thing was and is. Now we're seeing most retail businesses are shut down, most restaurants are shut down. We own a coffee shop, which we have not been closed, but we can't have people come in the restaurant anymore and stay for coffee. We're doing takeout orders only. In fact, I think the next stop we'll make will be over at Revel 77. It gives you a glimpse of what it looks like there. And what it looks like there, and pretty much everywhere here in Spokane, is a ghost town. Streets are pretty much deserted. I haven't seen anything like this since 9/11 happened. It's that same kind of eerie feeling. Obviously something huge is happening. We had to cancel our live event here in Spokane, the Clarity Conference. We moved it to online virtual, and I actually had to postpone that because I was not feeling well. And no, I don't have COVID, I don't have the virus, but I had been pushing myself extraordinarily hard, working many extra hours. Because I have Parkinson's, that all caught up with me, and I had to take a couple days and just rest and recuperate. Now that I've done that, I'm doing quite well. I am moving forward at a slower pace, being kinder to myself, taking care of myself first so that I can take care of the other people for whom I'm responsible. It's not a bad idea for all of us right now. So don't be too hard on yourself. I know these are frightening times for many people. Those who are ill or who have lost loved ones to this virus, I'm so sorry for your loss and for your trials that you're going through. Those who've lost their jobs and their businesses, my heart goes out to you. And for those of us who are still in the fight to keep businesses open, to keep the economy moving forward, there is hope. There are bright spots. We are selling products and courses and training at a pretty good clip. Although we've seen the impact, let's be real, it's had an impact. We've shifted our focus now to helping people who are in the circumstances I just described. So the question I think we can all ask ourselves now is, this is real, this is happening. What can we do with it? How can we use this to arrive at a net positive? And I'm not downplaying the bad things that have happened and those to come, but I am saying we get to decide what our response is going to be. And I, for one, plan to use lessons I'm learning now to make life better going forward from now on. Many lessons maybe we all already knew, like the value of rest, of eating the right foods, drinking enough water, moving our body, getting outside in the sunshine when possible, spending quality time with family, and being respectful of the health and stress levels of other human beings. Those are all good things. So maybe this will help make the world a better place for all of us going forward. If we all work on these things, and we work to preserve the good things that are happening, like all the extra time and the deeper conversations we're having with our families and our loved ones, if we preserve those and remember how important and vital they were in our time of need, perhaps they'll make the rest of our time better. Now that's reason to be celebrating, if we can do that. And yes, I came into the office, but there's nobody here. So I'm definitely socially distanced. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in the entire building. And if there are people here, they're in their own offices, keeping to themselves. And I don't touch any of the public banisters or railings or stuff. Plus I got hand sanitizer. Yes, I have hand sanitizer. My keys, got my iPad, got my 35mm lens. It's time for us to go. These are strange days indeed. But we'll get through this. That's what everybody keeps telling me. So I'm just passing the message along. Apparently we'll get through this. I mean, these are interesting times. I just was talking with a friend who operates a medical practice. And because of the nature of their practice, they've been shut down. It'll be 2 months total if they get to go back on May 1st, I think it is. Whatever that date is that they've been given. That they're allowed to go back and restart their practice. And they were explaining to me they have the luxury that many business owners don't, which is to keep paying their staff for 2 months. Hopefully this thing will be over by then. I think we all agree we hope it's over sooner. The sooner the better. So this parking lot behind me, at this time, on a day like this, would normally be full. There's a Mexican restaurant, there's a cantina, there's a yoga studio, massage therapy studio, all closed down because of the virus. Traffic, super light for a day like today. And this parking lot would normally be full as well. This is the parking lot for our coffee shop, Rebel 77. Because there's no sit down and have coffee. Now it's all mobile orders, takeout. Matcha tea soda. Super high energy, not the jitters with most other forms of caffeine. I like this. So this is how it is now, for the time being. Kind of crazy. I think I'm gonna drive around a bit, see what else there is to see, while keeping my distance. This is one of my favorite places to come hang out when I'm feeling a little introspective and thinking about circumstances in my life that I'm not happy about. Because this reminds me of, well, what I have tattooed on my arm. Remember, one day you'll be dead. And far from making me depressed, this makes me proactive about being alive, which is why on this arm I have tattooed, "So live abundantly." I think sometimes we fall for the illusion, the positive thinking illusion that everything's supposed to be great all the time. And if we have a bad feeling, there's something wrong with us. Sometimes I think we just need to acknowledge that bad things happen. And sometimes we just don't feel great. And we shouldn't necessarily be in a hurry to try to pump ourselves up or pretend that we feel fantastic when actually we don't. Sometimes it's okay to just feel the feeling, acknowledge it, and process through it before we start changing our thinking, which will then change the way we're feeling. I think it's not a good idea to pretend we feel great and ignore the root cause of the feeling. We need to deal with those things as they come up. You know, we're born into this world with only two things we have the right to be alive and the right to die. Because we're all going to do those two things. The world owes us nothing else. It doesn't owe us an income. It doesn't owe us a business. It doesn't owe us a job. It doesn't owe us health care. It doesn't owe us Wi-Fi or Starbucks or Rebel 77. Life owes us nothing. We owe ourselves the experience of being alive. And part of it sometimes is there are things that happen that are hard. Things come up in our life that we have no control over. Circumstances occur that we're simply not in control of. We owe it to ourselves to recognize that we can do the hard things. We can. We were made that way. We were promised by Jesus that in this world we'll have trouble. And he said, but take heart, because I have overcome the world. Now, whether you believe that means that he's actually overcome it on all of our behalfs, and we're all going to enjoy the supernatural, abundant blessings that he's stored up for us, as some people believe, or whether you believe that he was speaking about he attained some kind of enlightenment, some kind of view of reality that's higher than our way of looking at reality, and he saw that it's possible to overcome the suffering of the world by recognizing it's part of the world. Whichever way you interpret it, I think that statement of his holds hope out for all of us. Now that I've cheered myself up here at the cemetery, let's go back to the office. So one of the things I've run into is hearing from people who say, Ray, is this really a time we should be promoting and marketing our businesses? Shouldn't we just kind of hunker down and wait for this to be over? I'm worried about my job. I'm worried about my retirement accounts. I'm worried about my money, my financial stability. And to those people, I say, I understand the fear and the panic that you must feel that causes you to say those things, but that just demonstrates a clear lack of thinking about how the system actually works. If we all do what I just described, we'll all be out of money. We'll all be out of financial resources. We can't allow the economy to stop. We all want to be able to go back to our favorite restaurant when this is all over. We all want to be able to shop for the things we want to buy. We all want to be able to go on our vacations, to go visit our families, to go to the self-improvement events that we love to attend, to do all the things we love to do, to go to sporting events. But if we stop the economy, none of that will happen. People say to me, well, shouldn't you be giving away all your help and advice for free? No, and neither should you. Because those of us who can make money right now have an obligation to the rest of us, to the rest of the economy, to do that, because the economy is us. Our financial well-being depends on us keeping the money circulating. So my job right now is to help keep business owners not just surviving, but to help them thrive. Because the more businesses that can thrive right now, big, small, medium-sized, the more they can thrive, the faster the recovery will be. And that benefits all of us. Because you get a paycheck from somewhere, either from your investments, from your own business, from the job you have. And in order for that to happen, the company you work for or the company you run has to make money so that salaries can be paid, so that benefits can be paid for, so that the vendors who depend on you for their income can be paid, so that their families can eat, so their kids can go to school, so that we can all have health care, so that taxes can be paid, so that the infrastructure can survive. So the economy must keep going, and the more we can do to help that happen, the better. I'm not saying we should sell stuff to people who can't afford it because we're trying to exploit their fear. I absolutely am opposed to that. But to those who have businesses that are viably and legitimately pushing forward right now, we should continue to do that with more fervor, with more vigor. Our commitment at my company right now is to double down on the value we're giving to our clients, to serve them better than ever before, to say to them, no, we're not cutting our prices in half, we're not doing any of that ridiculous stuff, we're not giving away everything for free because we'd be out of business really quick if we did that. What we're doing right now is we're giving you more value. Whatever you've paid me, you're getting double the value back now, when you need it most. We're serving at a higher level, and you should do that too. And that means taking control of your thoughts and feeling your emotions, but not indulging in them, not wallowing in them, pushing forward because we owe it to the rest of the world to do just that. So however you show up and serve the world, show up more, serve them better, serve them higher, serve them deeper, work harder, and yes, profit, make money, not on people's fear, but because you're helping them with their problems. You're really helping them. Meanwhile, cherish the extra time you have to spend at home. Because remember, there was a day not long ago when you said, someday I'll be able to spend more time with my family. That day is today. So let's enjoy it. That's my thoughts for the day. Kind of disjointed, kind of a random, not what I planned when I started doing this today, but this is what I got for you today. This is me showing up, doubling down, bringing more value. I hope you choose to do the same for your family, for your friends, for your clients, for your team, for everybody you come into contact with, for your community, for your country, for your world. This is us, planet Earth. Let's go get this. We can do it. See you back here real soon.